He's moving in a manner that to me is it's very hard to beat. Kendrick Lamar literally will have to do something Pulitzer Prize winning in terms of a body of work in order to change the narrative about Drake.
Drake got murdered by Pusha T. Maybe Drake learned from that and now knows how to move in beefs.
The possibilities of AI is so endless. There's more positives that outweigh the negatives. And to me, the positives is the creativity aspect.
You get help from people, guys. Like,
Right.
let's try not to. Hip hop is not different than any other industry in the world.
I would be able to be on an island if I'm stranded there for 20 years and play Drake my whole life. I'm just being real.
Yo.
We are the Levi's Wise Guys.
Check out the full podcast. Link below.
Yo. We are the Levi's Wise Guys. Your boy Jay. I'm a boy.
QDZ for Sheezy from RGM Meezy. Check me out.
Yeah. Thank you guys for pulling back up to the Ill-Advised Wise Guys podcast. This is another one. What are we? Episode 164?
I've completely lost count.
164.
If you say so.
If you're new here, stay a while. And if you've been here before, stay even longer. Thank you guys so much for listening to our last episode where we got into J. Cole and his diss record or lack thereof, which he later destroyed our whole rollout and apologized after we recorded that episode. I still won't forgive this guy. He owes us an apology.
We need an update about your J. Cole feelings,
bro. If you guys haven't checked out the last one, make sure you do that after you check out this episode. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way in. Stay to the rest of that. Stay to the end, man. We got a jam-packed show, man, for you guys to check out. The boy dropped again. He dropped again. He's on Kendrick's head top. We're going to get to that in a sec. But Q, let's not waste any time, man. Talk to me. What you got with the announcements?
Check out ratingsgamemusic.com, officially the greatest music site on the globe. Check that out. Look at that logo, that pretty logo right there. What came out? Taylor Swift dropped an album called The Tortured Something's Poet. Something.
Are you a Swiftie?
The Tortured Poet. I'm not a Swiftie. You know, funny story. I was starting the review for that album. And it was so layered, so intricate, so teenage girl that I stopped midway of reviewing it. And I said, shout out to Maya. I said, Maya, I think this is something that you should be able to tackle. So we're going to have an album review for Taylor Swift out real soon. I did an album review for YNW Melly, Young New Way. Did you know that was what YNW?
That's actually not what it stands for.
He
remixed it.
Oh, like to be like Young Thug, like
it's actually
Young Thug said YSL is like
young Savior's love.
But YNW Melly dropped, and one thing I'll say, the album is very good. I thought it was good. But YNW B Slime, check out. He is. I like him. He's really good.
He's his little brother.
Yeah, he's his little brother.
Yeah.
He sounds older now, and he is. I want y'all to check out like the features he has on that. Singles, FTCU remix,
F the club,
Sleaze
F
mix.
the club,
I actually think it's a fantastic remix with Travis Scott, Chris Brown. Big Bad Chris Brown and who's the third person? Oh, Sexy Red's on it.
Yep.
Sexy Red. So check out ratingsgamemusic.com. Your best song reviews, best album reviews, best disc record reviews on the globe. Yes. Yes, sir.
The top 5 disses of all time is up there
top
on
five
the
disses.
site. Y'all
top
make
5
sure to tap into that
time.
original post. Yeah,
top 5 disses all the time, man.
You might have to add Drake in there though, man. Like
push-ups?
I don't know.
Not
is it
yet.
top 5? Is it top 10?
Not yet.
Top
but
15?
Drake is on that list.
Yeah, y'all make sure to tap in ratingsgamemusic.com. Do that right now. Y'all see the logo. You know the name. Tap in. Now, on to other news. Zero Skips, the mother effing playlist, the best playlist in the game right now, especially for indie artists. If you're out there who likes to find and discover new talent, check out our playlist. If you're an artist who wants to end up on a playlist where people actually check out the playlist and you might get discovered and end up as someone's favorite new artist of the year. Either way, we got you covered. Zero Skips right now on Spotify, exclusively on Spotify, I should say, aka in stores now. We added a couple of new songs to the playlist recently. First and foremost, there's a record by the name of Mamale by a guy named Olivier. Yeah. So maybe I should
Shout
say
out
that.
Nigeria.
I should say that right. Cheua.
There you go.
Chewa.
You're not saying enough awa. You need to add the awa.
You need to eat I
when
need
you
to
add
eat
the awa.
egusi soup while I'm listening to Mamale. Eh?
She said nawa.
Yeah.
Nawa.
Mamale.
just say nawa.
Mamale.
But
Mamaleo.
yeah, Mamale.
But no, this is a dope record. I like it. Afro fusion.
Good vibes.
You know, the percussions is heavy, the infectious
Good
hook.
vibes.
You know, like it really reminded me of like, you know, Omale. You know, I'm a big fan of Omale and Fireboy.
Yeah.
It's more Omale driven,
DML,
but also like a shake type of a hook where it's like chanting in the back. I love it. It's summer vibes to me. What you
Summer
think, man?
vibes. I thought it was really good vibes. You know, it's funny. Not enough musicians make music with like Bob Marley-esque vibes. That's kind of the vibes I get when I listen to this song. Peaceful, serene. You know, we just need more of that in the music industry, and I think that that's what this song has and represents.
Yeah. But my boy was on Demon Time in this song, though. He was talking about
I mean,
but not when I say
listen.
I ain't mean violence, like I'm talking about with his woman. He said, nothing tastes like you. Mama. Like he's on some Demon Time, right? You know what I'm saying?
You know,
yeah, I feel him.
we still trying to figure out what Tyler means by water, so you know,
You
that's
the only
a
one trying to figure that out.
That's a Disney track, right?
Fair.
But, you know.
But no, y'all make sure to tap in right now on the playlist. We got another record by the name of Nothing to Say by a guy named That Boy Kwame. This one was very energetic and
Kwame
upbeat.
Brown?
Nah,
Kwame Brown's rapping
I
now?
don't think so, man.
Whoa!
If he does, he might need
Kwame Brown's very racist. Have you seen him on Twitter? That's a very racist person. You know, hey, have you noticed that there's a trend?
Don't paint.
Okay,
No,
sorry,
this
my
is
bad,
That
my
Boy
bad.
Kwame, though.
Okay, my
this
bad.
is not Kwame
Okay,
Brown.
yeah.
This is That Boy Kwame, the real Kwame.
All right.
Okay.
Real Kwame.
The
That
non-racist
boy
one, okay? But no, this beat, like I loved it, man. It's an upbeat type song, you know. I just love the eclectic vibes, man.
Yes.
You know,
I
it kind
love
of
that quirky, eclectic, kind of like Anderson .Paak, Childish Gambino, like you mentioned earlier.
Yep. Almost like
JPEG
JPEG Mafia. Like
I hear a little bit of Lupe too. Lupe, back when Lupe was in his bag, his quirky, you know, altered vocals
on the cool.
Yeah, you know, quick tempo skateboard type.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of vibes. It's a dope listen. Like true hip hop fans that like want to see the fusion of hip hop with other genres will appreciate this song.
I agree. Is he
Really
is he the UK Lupe?
It might
Is
be.
he the UK Lupe?
Hey.
I mean, I heard a UK accent, so I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Again, That Boy Kwame. Check out his new song called Nothing to Say on Zero Skips right now. Again, in stores now. Link in the description of this video /episode. Now let's get into the topics.
Yes, sir.
On this episode, we're going to be talking about a few different things. First and foremost, man, if you had to pick one artist, just one. One, you can't pick two, not three. One artist to listen to for the rest of your natural born life. Who would you tolerate? Who would you listen to?
This is an easy, obvious answer.
Hey, is it though?
I think it's easy.
Is it though?
But I'll give you runner-ups.
No, I want to hear one. But no, this is a question for you guys too, right? So I think everybody's opinion is going to be real different. And
does Metro Boomin count?
Nah, that's actually a cheat code because he works with a lot of different artists. That's a cheat code. No producers. No producers on this list unless they rap.
Okay.
Nonetheless,
easy answer.
In addition to that, we're going to be getting into the ghostwriting talk, man. Like there's this like resurfacing, I would say, chatter online, specifically X/Twitter about Drake and his ghostwriting escapades. You know, they got Lil Yachty reference tracks popping up, Jumbotron popping, and I just feel like people don't really care anymore. Am I tripping? Like there was a time where this was a cardinal sin. There was a time where this was like a notch on your belt. You were damned for the eternity in hip hop, and I just feel like people don't care. Are people rewriting the rules, or are we tripping? I want to get into that discussion though. In addition, we're gonna get into should we care about this whole AI stuff? You know, AI is a really big topic right now. We're going to get into an artist who just used AI, but AI is starting to disrupt things. Kendrick is allegedly dropping response records that some people believe was real. You were one.
I thought it was real.
You thought it was real, right?
Yeah.
I was like that. There's no way. Sounded like him, but still. We're going to get into that discussion. We've talked about this in the past. Matter of fact, I might link that to this video, our previous discussions, just to kind of see the contrast. And
how things have changed since
Absolutely.
what we said, because it was in the infantry stages, to start. So we'll see.
But first, we got to get into this new song that just dropped. Drake released a new song called Made Freestyle, where he is dissing Kendrick Lamar again. He's trying to back-to-back him.
He's at his head top.
He's on his head top. No Diddy. He's really, really trying to force him out of his hiding spot that he is trying to portray. And so, man, I'm mad because, we recorded on our off week. We missed the push-ups diss. We didn't talk about that on the podcast. We'll get into that in a few, but, what are your first impressions on this new Made Freestyle? Is Drake going ham, or does he need to chill?
My first impression is Drake is having fun with this, man. Like, Drake is having so much fun being able to be loose, because, I don't think enough is talked about how, there's pressure on musicians to drop great bodies of work. There's pressure on them to make good songs. They probably going through, producers telling them to do this, executives telling them to do this, blah, 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 blah. Drake is just going in the booth, studio, and just making music, and he's having fun with it. You can tell. But this also is just a reflection of how good of a rapper he is, right? Like, even when he's BSing and messing around, like, I didn't get the impression that this song took 3 days or 4 days to make. I get the impression this took maybe like an hour. He was just like, yo, hey, guys, this real quick. Let me just write up some raps, put through AI, have fun with it. And the raps are still excellent.
Yeah.
Like, his punchlines is still hitting. The joint where he said, if I'm high, something hair hues, like, I was like, dog, like, it's just hitting. It just shows how good of a rapper he is, even when he's messing around. Kind of reminds me of like an NBA player. You just see them at a pickup game, like down the street, playing against mere mortals. How good they still, even when they playing around, they just still good. Like, Mitchell Robinson can shoot better 3-pointers than your favorite player on your rec league.
Facts.
But that's what it kind of remind me of. Just kind of like scrimmage for him, and it's still good.
Yeah.
As for the shots, it's a very interesting route Drake is taking with his shots right now. He's begging Kendrick to drop. He's like, come on, man, what's taking you so long? Like, that is he's putting the pressure on Kendrick. And almost like, I did mention this on one of the podcast episodes. I said, like, Drake is doing what Eminem did on 8 Mile. He's on that song. He's saying, what you going to say? Like, you got to talk about my baby mama in a Tupac voice. He's like, you got to talk about him being from Canada. Like, he's soft. You got to talk about this. So I really think Drake is taking command. That's probably the best word to use with this song, and then at the same time having fun with it.
Yes,
which is really cool to see, man.
Absolutely.
Aside from like whose side you picking sides and this that. Aside from that, let's just acknowledge that he's having fun with it, and he's really like taking command of this whole beef.
No, he definitely is. I love first. I agree with a lot of what you said, man. Like Drake is putting some much needed energy into rap, right? Like, everybody was happy that these guys was beefing in the first place. Oh man, this is what we needed. Oh, this is what hip hop need. But we also need a guy who's going to do it in a manner that is carefree, and he knows that I'm pushing the envelope, right? And I love the attitude. He almost reminds me of like Tyrese Maxey on the Sixers, right? Like, you see Tyrese Maxey playing, and he always just has a smile on his face. The man dropped 20, he drops 50.
He's joyful.
He's having
on the court.
A good time out there.
He's joyful
right?
on the court.
And so there's something to be said about Drake's attitude during. I'm telling you, like, it's really, really gonna go far and mean a lot in the long run. But nonetheless, dog, I love this. I love this. I loved it. I love the dissing from different perspectives angle. Like, and this is the first time that in hip hop history that AI, artificial intelligence, has been used by a credible rapper in a high profile beef that I'm aware of. I love it because this whole talk about AI, which we'll get into in with the next topic, but I just love.
It's revolutionary.
Tupac's what he believed Tupac's perspective. I love
it was revolutionary.
Snoop Dogg's
it was
perspective
cool.
would be.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we handed you the torch, bro. Like, we know you're not a killer, but like, bro, he's spanking you. Like, you need to come out here and do something about this.
On behalf of the West Coast.
On behalf of the West
Coast.
Which
it's Tupac. Tupac was born in New York.
Hey,
stop
stop it. He claimed the West Coast,
like
Chris Brown does now. Okay, he's from LA.
True.
You feel me? But no, I love this diss. I feel like he is on Kendrick's head top. And you know what this reminds me of? This almost feels like, because listen, my parents weren't toxic like this, but you hear a lot of stories about, kids when they get in fights back in the day.
Yeah.
And then like, let's say one of the kids punks out, they go home, the mom finds out that the kid punked out, and she goes and escorts him back to go fight the person.
Yeah.
That diss reminded me of like Snoop Dogg and Tupac being like that guardian figure, like telling Kendrick, yo, Drake is whooping your ass, bro. Like, come out here and fight.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. He's trying to change the narrative and trying to paint Kendrick in a certain light and basically calling him a pawn. Like, how many times can Drake call Kendrick a puppet? Like, he's been calling him a puppet this whole time. He's like, yo,
which is such an interesting take.
He's like, yo, man, like, remember the whole drop and give me 50, right? On the other disc, he's calling him a puppet. Like, Top Dog, you do what they say. Even in this one, Taylor Swift, they having meetings with your manager named Ant. You're a puppet. Like, that's kind of interesting to me. I want to see how that materializes. But dope diss.
For sure.
Dope diss.
It's dope. It's revolutionary. I mean, I think this is going to change the way, because I think people were hesitant, because this was always out there. You could have always done this. People want to hear what Tupac in 2024, like what Tupac would sound like on a record. This has always been an opportunity to do that. So like for an artist to actual A-list artist to actual go out on the limb and do this, that's revolutionary. But I do want to bring a point about what Drake has done in these diss records that I've not seen people say. You know what? It's funny when the diss discussions happen, people always just assume what happened to them before. Like, for instance, they're like, Drake got murdered by Pusha T. Drake got murdered by Pusha T on the story of Adnan. Maybe Drake learned from that and now knows how to move in beefs. How come nobody ever mentions that? So when you're going like, oh, yeah, Kendrick will destroy Drake because see what Pusha T did to Drake? Well, Pusha T doing that to Drake has caused him to learn how to move in a beef. So
absolutely,
that actually gives him an advantage. Drake has now been in more battles than Kendrick, high-level battles than Kendrick. So this whole idea that Kendrick is going to destroy him or that this is light work or that, it's nonsense. Like,
yo, I'm glad
people learn
I'm glad
from what they've done.
I'm glad you're saying that. And by the way, you asked me about J. Cole earlier, right? And my feelings about J. Cole, man, since he apologized has been twofold. One, I'm not as angry anymore.
You were very angry.
I was pissed.
You were very angry.
On behalf of all J. Cole fans, I know y'all feel me and y'all feel my sentiments. We ain't gonna let you like forget that. Go, like, we get it. Cole, we get it. You apologized. You're still a great rapper, but no. You can't apologize for what you did on 7 Minute Drill. With that being said, you were actually right about him the whole time. You were right about Cole's demeanor. You're right about what he ultimately, not the apology, but like the fact that he cops pleas. You were right about that. And I'm here to tell you this. I may be wrong here, but remember when we talked about Drake and Kendrick back in the day on the podcast, I told you that Kendrick was scared of Drake. I told you this.
You did say that. You did.
I know that sounds blasphemous because Kendrick is this like domineering dude, right? He's very braggadocious, right? It's hard to imagine that guy who rapped on like that is scared of Drake. So I don't want to be disrespectful with it, but when I say scared of Drake, I mean the tactics that Drake uses, it's not easy to go against. Drake plays internet games. Drake plays social media games. Now he's playing AI games. This is a different beast we talking about. And he's battle tested, like you said. He learned from the Pusha T thing. what has Kendrick done in a beef that proves without a shadow of a doubt that he is ready for this type of moment? I'm not saying he can't deliver, but I'm saying we seen him on Control. We saw what he did. Nobody really met him, right? They didn't really engage in the manner in which we kind of let him get that off, even though people responded. Like that came, we let him get that off. Here's somebody that stepped right up. Drake met you with the challenge. I need to see Kendrick Lamar in battle.
Well, you see.
Otherwise, I'm telling you, I think Drake has an angle that everything he's saying about, yo, what's up with this guy? Where is he at?
Well,
I'm not saying Kendrick cannot deliver, but I'm saying I genuinely need to see Kendrick in a battle because I have doubts on this guy's strategies in a battle.
So here's the thing, in my opinion. Here's the thing. So Kanye West actually mentioned this on a podcast where he said Drake moves like it's a war. Like, you know, he doesn't necessarily blatantly go after you. Or he may, in this case, he did go after Kendrick, but he's also doing other things. He's getting allies. And the thing, one of Drake's biggest blessings, I think, is also one of his curses. Like, one of the reasons I don't think his albums are always great is because I think he is tapped into what, you know, the people, a vast majority of people want to hear. And he is tapped into what the younger people want to hear. He's tapped into that culture, right? And so I think a lot of times that makes the music a little washed, sound a little like, you know, watered down. Watered down. Thank you. That's the word I want to use. But so that's the negative. But in this beef, that's what he's doing. He's tapped into the culture. He is allowing academics to hype up this beef and put him in a pedestal. He's going through Adin Ross. He's going through all these people. No Jumper saying I got this league. Rory and Mal. Like, that is the new way to move in beef.
You say that's the new way to move in beef. I don't know. I wouldn't even say that. I would say Drake is one of the few people who can pull that off. He is literally playing. He's like Geppetto, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't think many people can actually pull off what he. Bro, he dissed Metro Boomin and told him to shut the hell up and make beats, and then sent a goddamn marching band to Magic City.
That's what I'm saying. Like those, those antics,
That's
which
crazy.
I'm pretty sure he learned from 50. On push-ups, he said, you know, got me moving like I'm 50. He is doing those 50 like antics, and these are the things. So then the question, in my opinion, then becomes like, what wins you the war? Does doing it the archaic way, which Kendrick is just dropping songs, that's archaic. That is an archaic way of moving.
I'm gonna say this:
dropping songs, or is it the way Drake's doing it, where you got the young fellas and the content creators, the academics of the world helping you hype this thing up? Like, which way is gonna win this?
I think that, you know how there's a saying, and they always say how, like, in war and in battle, the history books are written by the victors, right? So like, it doesn't matter that you fought a good fight. If you lost, your narrative is what the world receives. Nobody cares about the loser's narrative. So what I'm trying to say by saying that is, right now, Drake is implementing a narrative about Kendrick. He's moving in a manner that, to me, is very hard to beat. Because he is now pulling strings. He's pulling heartstrings of people online. He is changing the narrative in real time with dropping 2 songs back to back, pulling social media strings. Kendrick Lamar literally will have to do something Pulitzer Prize winning in terms of a body of work in order to change the narrative about Drake.
I don't know.
Bro, he got to drop a music video, a musical. That shit got to be so crazy. And I don't mean from a rapping, I just mean like artistically. It has to be so groundbreaking that it changes, it just wipes out everything that Drake is moving. Because I'm telling you, it has to be that crazy. He really does.
It's not, and you know how I feel.
And I think he's talented enough to pull that off.
You know how I feel. Things never meet expectations. The Kendrick Lamar diss will never meet your. I mean, at this at what you're saying.
At this
The level of what you want. The only person that met expectations is LeBron James and exceeded. Everybody was like, this guy's going to be great. And he was exceeded
the
great.
chosen one.
So that is the only person I've ever seen who met like crazy expectations. But I will say this.
Yeah.
What's also great about this beef, and I think why we can all kind of feel comfortable, and the last thing we'll say we move on, is that all of their careers are solidified. Like, Kendrick Lamar is a legend. Whether he loses his beef or not, he is a legend. He is 30-something, 35, 36. He's probably going to retire soon. Drake is a legend. Whether he loses his beef or not, Drake is Drake. He's probably going to retire soon also. J. Cole's a legend. So it's like, it's, in one sense, this is fun, but this is not going to mess up nobody's legacy. You know what I mean? It may have a little, like, you know, tarnish. It may be like, you know, oh, man, LeBron, you lost against Dallas. But it's, at the end of the day, these are still three legends. I know I know you don't want to hear that cheesy corny.
J. Cole, we on your
but
ass. We ain't gonna let you forget
you know,
that.
at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's all solidified.
J. Cole, we on your head top. We ain't gonna let you forget that.
It's all solidified.
Never forget.
Next topic.
Yeah.
Is AI good for hip hop? Wow. So as you know, and just like you and me, I'm sure you did also, when Drake's diss, the Push-Ups diss came out, the first response everybody had was, is this AI? Is this AI? And me too. I was like, yo, is this AI? But then what did I text you? Once I listened to it, I said, yo, that sounds like Drake. That's his swagger. That's his confidence. That's his, you know, just
push-ups,
demeanor.
by the way.
Push-ups, yeah, push-ups. That's his demeanor. That's his dad's Drake. It took a while, took a little bit, and then academics, speaking of the devil, academics confirmed it, gave us the CD quality. Boom. Since then, you can argue this isn't Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. This is AI versus AI. We've been seeing AI disses by Drake, AI disses by Kendrick, AI reference tracks. Can you believe that? So they said the
Jumbotron shit popping.
Yeah, they said that's real, but then there was another one that came out, and they said it was AI.
The Lil Yachty version?
Yeah, the Cash Cobain. There was another song that came out,
yeah.
and they were like, Drake, look, another one. And they're like, it was actually Cash Cobain. They said Cash Cobain, but he came out and said it was AI. So in one sense, it's ridiculous. I don't know what's real. It's now every single time, you know, I need a confirmation from like somebody's label to tell me that a song is real. Yeah. But in another sense, what Drake was able to do with Taylor Made Freestyle, I think was pretty damn cool. Like, you know, getting to the Tupac's voice, hearing Tupac's voice again and hearing him rap with Drake, that was pretty cool. So there is pluses and minuses to AI in the hip hop game. Is there more pluses than minuses though? Or is there more minuses than pluses?
We got to deal with AI, okay? Like, let's establish one thing. Anybody who thinks that AI is going away and we need to do away with it, you're mistaken. Like, it's here. You gotta just rock with it. You have to figure it out. Don't be one of these people that's living in the past and think that it don't exist. No, if you want to excel in life, you're probably gonna have to interact with AI at some point in the future.
That's
so
facts.
let's just get that out the way.
That is facts.
So right, okay. Now that doesn't mean you have to like it, but you got to deal with it. With that being said, I love it. I love it.
Wow.
I'll tell you why I love it. Because I think the positives outweigh the negatives. Right? Now, I think the negatives that exist are things like, you know, not knowing, obviously, if it's valid, right? If it's a real song. That's a big problem. So until we figure out a way as a culture, as a society to see what is truly like watermarked or what is not real, this is going to be a big problem. But I love it though, man, because listen, there was a video that popped up and it was the guy who created the Kendrick Lamar diss that everybody thought was Kendrick, but it was really AI. He basically came out and claimed, yo, I'm the one who made it. This is how I made it. Had a whole TikTok video. It was kind of fire, right? You could argue that's exactly what Drake did in this new Taylor Made Freestyle, like the same way he did it. wrapped it in the perspective of Tupac, wrapped it in perspective of Snoop Dogg, but then added the AI filter on top. I just feel like the possibilities of AI is so endless that I think there's more positives that outweigh the negatives. And to me, the positives is the creativity aspect. Look at what Drake did.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine somebody who's a ghostwriter or somebody who's a creative, a writer, pitching songs to other people, right? Let's say I'm a ghostwriter and I'm like, all right, I want to make a song for Beyonce. I'm going to sing a song, how Beyonce would sing it, add the AI filter on top. Beyonce's going to hear it back and completely understand how this song is supposed to go. I just think it helps out music as a whole. Now, I get that it sucks. We got to deal with the BS that comes with it. Like, I didn't like the fact that Kendrick song dropped, and I legit thought it was real. Matter of fact, it was so bad that Daylight from TDE affiliate had to be like, it's 100% AI. But I'm like, are they copying? Are they mad that the reception was bad? Is that the reason why they said it was AI? Like, I was like, my mind started going in that direction. Like, but
that was
I don't like the fact that my
mind
has to even consider this.
It's first. It's what you say first now.
Yeah,
is this AI?
Yeah, so that's
that's
my biggest problem with it. But what do you think?
I mean, but this is an issue. It's a problem because the way that Drake rolled out push-ups, it was like a leak, unofficial leak, showed up on Twitter, wasn't on streaming services. So that's what's going to debunk anything that's AI is if it shows up on that artist's page, you know, more than likely they made the song. You know, you just can't put a AI Kendrick Lamar song on his artist page on Spotify.
Well, I think we're actually going to that point in music where like artists might have to just start claiming everything. That's the only way that we as a culture are gonna know what's real and what's not.
But you know, the thing I think from an artist standpoint, I think it sucks for fans, but from an artist standpoint, it keeps your name alive. Like Kendrick Lamar's name, without even doing anything, is alive because of the beef. But then also they coming up with all these AI. Oh, is this real? Some people are thinking it's real. Like, it keeps your name alive. It's less work for the artist a lot of times. But as I say, even from not only just music, but from a work standpoint, like whether you're in IT, whether you're in business, whatever, use it the right way. So I can see benefits of using AI to, you know, help out with just little things like, you know, grammar, you know, check to see, is this bar, is this punchline accurate? Like, did this really happen? Like, you know, what was the name of E40 and Be Legit's group? Oh yeah, check the AI, double check that for you. You know what I'm saying? Right, I can use it as a proofreading, stuff like that,
as an assist, like an assistant, like a tool.
I fully believe in using it that way.
Correct.
But we all know there's going to be artists that just flat out, man, I don't feel like working today. I feel like going to the club. Hey, man, just throw together some AI, put my voice on there. I'll approve it. How many artists are we going to get in the near future where it's not them that actually made the song? It was AI. You can they can confirm it. They'll just be like, no, I confirmed this is a song. This is me, when it really is AI. That is absolutely going to happen.
It will happen.
And musicians will get a chance to be lazy. That's why I'm just kind of like, from a fan's perspective, from a music fan's perspective, I think it sucks because it allows people to be lazy. But then from a artist standpoint, it might make getting money very easy for them. Kendrick Lamar can sit in his house right now and tell a Trevor to go write him some raps, put it in AI, and that song can get tens of millions of streams. He's just making money easily.
And it's so funny. Last thing I'll say, because it's ironic you even just said that, because that actually feeds into our next topic about ghostwriting, which we'll get into in a few. But man, I just think that just like everything else, when something impacts the work, when a new tool, something that's groundbreaking hits the universe, hits the people, there's always going to be people using it for good and using it for bad. I mean, you can literally use any example. Look at social media. Social media on itself as a tool is amazing.
Yep.
The ability to connect with people all around the world, the ability to reach people. contact fans, right? Engage with people, exchange ideas. There's something very powerful in a good way about social media.
For sure.
But of course, we all tend to look at the negative side of social media because people use it for bad.
Naturally,
you know what I'm saying? So is it social media that's the problem, or is it the people?
It's the people. Naturally, we just are known to abuse things.
Right.
And
I think people are going to do that with AI.
It's funny,
That's
like
what it comes
alcohol,
down
right?
to.
Everybody's like, alcohol is so bad, right? Alcohol is so bad. Well, because you're drinking 9 in a span of you're drinking 9 drinks in a span of 3 hours. Of course, if you drink 9 sodas in a span of 3 hours, you'll be dead. Do you drink anything? 9 of them?
Water.
That's
water.
true. Well, that's true. Water.
I might be in the bathroom like
But you're
crazy
still
though.
in
That's
the
a lot of
bathroom.
peeing, bro. That's a lot of peeing, dog.
My point being, we abuse things.
That's true.
It's just our natural instinct.
That's true. But let's move on to the next topic. Should people care about ghostwriting in rap?
Ooh, this topic again.
Yeah,
this is equivalent to like the sports Michael Jordan versus LeBron topic.
It just won't go away.
It just keeps coming back.
It won't go away, right? It's a never-ending discussion. I think AI is going to be the same thing. It's going to be a never-ending discussion. But no, should people care about ghostwriting in rap? And this convo won't go away specifically because the most recent example of someone who has been proven to have used writers in the past, which is Drake. At every turn, people won't let him forget this, right? Mm-hmm. And dare I say rightfully so, because historically, the foundation of rap, as we all have been debating in recent past, which we've talked about beef, right? Competition, rap as a sport, that's foundation of rap. Mm-hmm. One of the other foundations is writing your lyrics, right? Mm-hmm. And so these things are really being challenged, right? The foundation of rap is being challenged, and I think that's what's happening right now. Lil Yachty's reference song for Jumbotron shit popping, I think from Her Loss, if I'm not mistaken, that was a Her Loss song. Just came out. Metro Boomin allegedly exposed that. There's a bunch of songs that have leaked anonymously, trying to destroy
Kendrick
Drake's
Lamar,
name.
Right? Kendrick Lamar reference track they claimed.
Well, that was debunked as fake.
Was it?
That was debunked as fake.
So yeah, they claimed it.
They
AI
claimed
again. AI again.
They claimed that Kendrick had ghostwriter because you see how people playing these ghostwriting games. They're trying to use it as a discrediting measure. So
Roddy Ricch too. They said Roddy Ricch
right?
recently came out. They said yeah.
And so the combo continues, right? So at the end of the day, like I want to know from you, man, like, do you have let's have this convo once and for all.
Yes. Yes.
Do you have a problem with ghostwriting or a rapper having writers using like in hip hop music? Is that a problem for you?
No. I've said it before and I'll say it again. As a music fan, I want you to give me the best product possible. I don't care how you got there. I don't care how many people you needed to give us the best product. I want the best product possible. Like the analogy I used last time was Chipotle. One person's not making your burrito. It's a bunch of people making your burritos, going through a line, and that's how you get the best meal there, right? So I don't have a problem with it. But you know what, this thing is very interesting, because I said this before also. Hip hop needs to understand we don't care about, like, your average music fan doesn't care about most of the stuff y'all claim we want us to care about. Oh, he's a snitch. I don't care. Oh, he ain't living his raps. I don't care. Rick Ross is a CO. He's a CO. Did you see that one of the dudes, Jake 1019?
Was that real?
He exposed him.
Yo,
I don't know.
I saw the video.
I don't know if it was real. But he tried to expose him. He said, look, it says Rick Ross worked as a CO 4 years. I don't care.
They showed the video of him marching in a line.
Typically, people are like, oh, but Rick Ross, in his music, he's saying he's a drug dealer and he's saying this. I don't care. As long as you give me the best product, I am happy. But, going back to the ghostwriting thing, I mean, at the end of the day, these guys talk big and bad. Like, J. Cole talks big. I'm the biggest, this, that. Drake talks big and bad. Kendrick talks big and bad. So I would hope that that's you when you're talking big and bad and rapping like that. I would hope that's all you. I would hope that you're writing that. But when you talk about like melodies, you talk about, you know, song structure, you know, you're talking about like bouncing ideas off each other of how you want these songs to go. That I don't care. I really don't care. We're not all geniuses, guys. We're not all geniuses. So, you know, we bounce ideas because there's certain things that you know that I don't know.
Right.
Certain things I know that you don't know.
Yeah.
You know, we not all we get help from people, guys. Like,
Right.
let's try not to. Hip hop is not different than any other industry in the world.
Thank you.
Every single industry in the world, people get help.
Thank you. You know, that's
Like,
facts.
come on.
No, that's facts. And look, I want to build on that because there's one of the hip hop annoys me in so many different ways. I mean, I love the shit, but like it annoys me as well. And one of the things that I will champion, I don't care if I'm a die on this hill. I want to do away with the ghostwriting narrative in rap because just like how you said, you look at music as a product. The Chipotle bowl, that's a great example. If the bowl is the music, because essentially that's what you're saying, then why are we not looking at music as a whole, on every level, every genre, through the same lens? Why do we have to use hip hop as this like one genre that only we care about the people
The
writing?
legitimacy.
That's stupid to me.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even make sense. That's the one thing I will say is contradictory that about hip hop that I don't like, and I actually want to do away with it. Now, does that mean I just want a dude out here having all of his music written? No, I do kind of want the guy to be talented now, like, or the girl, like you kind of. I want you to have talent.
Yeah, for sure.
But like you said, I don't believe there's anything wrong with getting help because if you look at every other genre of music, they all do. If you look at every other industry, like you said, F music,
Yeah,
IT,
look at every industry.
IT. Let's say you're a Amazon driver.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what industry you're in. You're getting help to do your job.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
NBA. Everybody like, Michael Jordan's the greatest player. Where do you think Michael Jordan got some of his moves from? You think it's just out of nowhere? He watched somebody or he's getting help. How many of these NBA players go to these other guys like Lethal Shooter or, you know, the other dude in New York to get help for their jump shots and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So, but, you know, I also want to bring up the point about, you know, with the ghostwriting is I feel like the thing about social media a lot of times that we just blanket statement these comments. Like, for instance, what we call four bats, industry plant. I got a little annoyed at that convo because it's just like now everybody is just throwing that term out. You're not really actually getting to what it means.
Yes.
Oh, he's a snitch. No, like, what? Are you sure? Maybe he just called police. If you just call police, you're a snitch now. That's not what snitching was meant to be. Ghostwriting is now the same thing. People just hear, oh, you got an idea in the studio. He ghost wrote for you.
It annoys me even more because how the hell is somebody a ghostwriter who was credited on the song?
Yeah.
I thought
I
ghost
thought that
meant
was also-
nobody knew who
Nobody
it was.
knew. I think that's
Wasn't
how it was
what
back
it was
in the day.
supposed to be?
I think that's how it was back in the day.
People are being
But
credited now.
like
you
I
can
said,
easily just pull up the credits.
if
Their
the-
name is right there.
the thing that's funny to me also is that we all know Drake can rap. Come on. Stop it. We all know Drake can rap. If he is in the studio, which everybody knows there's multiple people in the studio with you. And sometimes people hear something and they're like, I like it. Add that. What's wrong with that, man? Like, I don't understand. Now, like I said, granted, if you do a guest feature and they want you to rap on the song, I would hope that's you. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
Or if you're talking about like, yo, I'm big, bad, like 7-minute drill better have not been ghostwritten. I would have hoped that was J. Cole talking big, bad wolf type raps. I would hope. But don't be ignorant about the word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's too much ignorance going on about
I
that
agree.
word.
And I don't like it. I don't
You know
like
what
it.
I mean?
And I just really want to do away with it. Look, I get it. I still want my artists to be talented. Like, my favorite artists, just artists in general. Like, we can't not like them to be talented, but I think we do have to change the narrative on what ghostwriting actually is. And also just...
Or what bothers you about it.
Or what bothers you about it. But there's also, like, let's have a real conversation about writers in music as a whole. F all this trying to like pigeonhole it to the rap community. F all that. Rap music is music as a whole. Let's just look at it, the landscape as a whole. And I think ultimately that's why people are starting to understand that Drake is talented enough, and he clearly is writing his own music to a degree. You're not about to say he don't write at all.
Writers need more respect, man.
Yes.
Do you not understand how important it is to have writers in general? Like this, in the midst of calling everybody ghostwriter this, ghostwriter that, like Quentin Miller probably lost his career as a writer, which he was a really good writer.
And a leg.
And a leg, like, because this narrative, which is false and ignorant, there's writers everywhere. Look what happened with television and movies. The moment writers went on a strike, TV shows did not come out.
Shut down.
Movies did not come out.
Shut down.
So if you get your wish of, I don't want nobody having ghostwriters, the product's gonna be watered down.
So you mean to tell me a movie isn't a product? You know how many different layers go into producing a film?
And your typical person's gonna say, I already know what a Twitter troll's gonna say.
What are we talking about?
I already know what a Twitter troll's gonna say. It's art. Movie is art.
It is art.
Movie is art.
Yeah.
Music is art.
It's art, yep.
But art, they need help sometimes.
Exactly. And some of these rappers need help. I actually wish more rappers would get help, because some of these dudes can't write.
I'm pretty damn sure Mona Lisa. Da Vinci did not do that all by. I'm sure somebody handed him the marker. Hey, somebody told him, like, yo, if you use this red marker right there, it'll look really nice. There's no way he did that by himself. Next topic. I'm fired up today. I'm fired up. Next topic.
Yeah.
And last topic.
Yeah, let's get it.
Listening to one artist for the rest of your life. So let's say, that movie that I recommended to you, the one that Barack Obama produced, where they were like, all these countries took over America's, like, media, communication, Wi-Fi, and all this stuff all went down. And, like, they just didn't have any forms of communication anymore. And they didn't know the news, nothing. They just kind of had to figure out how things went.
Yep.
So let's say that happened in real life. And you had only one album that you can play.
Any album is artist.
Or one artist.
Yeah.
You only have one artist you can play. You're no longer privy to any other music on streaming services or anything else. Who would that artist be? The girl on that movie, by the way, she chose Friends. She just wanted to watch Friends.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So who would that artist be for you?
Yo, can you imagine just wanting to watch Friends? You're about to get eliminated from the earth, and you just want to watch Friends, the show. Friends.
It make you laugh though.
Hey man, I get
Ain't nothing better than laughing.
Friends was cool.
Laughing and crying.
Yeah, I was thinking about this, man. There was a couple artists that I was thinking of. I was like, man, who would I want to listen to for the rest of my life if I absolutely had to pick one artist? And, a couple names floated in my head, but I think I ultimately ended up on one. And it's probably going to sound super cheesy and obvious, but it's a testament to this man's diversity.
I know exactly.
Music.
He took mines. You
already. Sure?
I already know it. Yes, you took mines.
It's the boy. It's Drizzy. It's Drake.
You took mines.
It's Drake. And you can
you
maybe give yours over the runner-up, and I'll give a runner-up too.
Yeah, I'll give him a
runner-up. But I was just like, man, I'm a diverse listener. Like, I like different types of styles. I like a little bit of vibey music. I like R&B. I love R&B. R&B is my favorite music, period. I don't think Drake is the best singer, but he does just enough melodically to pass the benchmark. So we all know what he does as a rapper. I just feel like he presents enough music at a high level across the board throughout his whole career, going from his first album to midway in his career with If You're Reading This Is Too Late, to even later in his career. There's some stuff I don't love, but he's still a very, very potent artist. We got to stop disrespecting Drake, acting like he's not him. Drake is him, okay? I want him to do better as a musician at times, but I just think I would be able to, like, be on an island if I'm stranded there for 20 years and play Drake my whole life. I'm just being real. Yeah.
For all the reasons you just mentioned. I mean, at the end of the day, aside from his versatility, in terms of touching different genres, he also touches a bunch of different topics. Like, you know, like for instance, fear. Like,
there you go.
At the end of, one thing we have to remember in our lives, we go through different moods, different emotions. And so there has to be an artist that I think taps into every single emotion that you feel as a human being. And I think Drake does that. Like, especially back in the past. Like, remember Fear? Remember that song Fear?
Of course. That's one of the early
one of the songs that really touched me. You know, so he has that. He has the you know, feel good pop songs, Hotline Bling. He has the cheesy. He has the dance records.
Yeah, he got it all.
So like he's one of the artists, one of the few artists that can tap into every single emotion that a human being has on a daily basis.
For sure. For sure.
My one of my runner-ups was going to be Kanye.
Yeah.
I think Kanye is somebody similar.
Yep.
But I do think I would get tired of Kanye's voice if I had to hear it every day.
Imagine
I
that.
think I would get
Imagine that.
Yeah, I'd probably get tired of it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna throw somebody else super left field. Burna Boy.
Okay.
I think I can listen to Burna Boy every day, and I would be okay with that. Think about like just his music, especially early on, was very multi-layered. His voice, strong voice that just, you know, you feel.
Okay.
And then he's versatile also.
Yeah.
And then he's Nigerian. I'm Nigerian.
Okay.
I like hearing that Nigerian flavor.
I like that.
And he's still Americanized with some of his music.
I like it.
Like he taps into everything that I am, you know, Nigerian and American. And good voice, good melodies. I can listen to that. An island.
It's so funny. It's so fun because I want to reiterate. There's actually no wrong answer to this question.
No wrong answer.
And so, so this
actually there is a wrong.
No, there's
answer.
no wrong answer.
I'm not trying to listen to Playboy Cardi for the rest of my life.
But what if you are a Playboy Cardi head?
True. Nah.
I mean,
I think
you might get headaches.
You'll get crazy.
You might get headaches.
It'll drive you crazy.
One of the and this is super left field. Like an artist or group, I should say, that I can listen to all day for a while is probably Division. I literally love Division's music.
Division. Okay.
And when I say that, I mean they've dropped some of the most slept on albums that literally upsets me. I don't understand why the culture doesn't understand the power of September 5th. The other album, the one they dropped right after that, I think it's called Morning After. And then the more recent one that was more diverse than the previous two. Like, I just feel like they got so many bags now that they're just so slept on. And that's just my bag. I could listen to them every day. I really could.
I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows your love for R&B.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the TV show. What TV show do you think you can watch every day? This is easy for me.
Man, it's a debate between a few. Okay. I'll give you two. First, I probably got to go with, I'm going back, Martin.
I knew you would say Martin.
Martin's one, just because I love it. It's so nostalgic. Like, it reminds me of my childhood. Like, even now, like, I just remember all the lines, like, every freaking episode, the characters. Everything was just so iconic about that joint. And then I'm going to go a different film. I'm going to go with a cartoon. The Simpsons.
I was gonna say The Simpsons.
You gonna say Simpsons?
I was gonna say that's mine. Mine is The Simpsons.
I love that. I mean, I love it growing up. I don't watch it too much these days, but I could easily tap back. If somebody was like, "Yo, hey, The Simpsons is on," I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Like there's
from like season 3 to like season 14 or something around there. They got bad, but like I can watch The Simpsons season 3 to 14 like all the time, man. Like, that's my favorite show.
Aren't they on season 35 now?
Yeah, they're on season like 35. Now, they're so unrelatable.
I can't.
It's crazy. I can't watch it.
But I can listen. If somebody put gun to my head, watch The Simpsons, I'm sure I would enjoy it.
No, I will enjoy The Simpsons.
Yeah.
For me, it's The Simpsons and Dateline.
Dateline, though? Come on, man.
I can watch Dateline.
That's not a show. I thought we were talking like sitcoms, but you just talking about general?
Okay. Dateline's a show, a weekly
no
show.
Damn sitcom.
All right, if it's not Dateline, then what can I watch?
Dateline.
First
on.
Take?
60
Does
minutes?
First Take count?
60 minutes?
First Take? I do watch First Take. No, I like Get Up, actually. I like Get Up more than First Take.
60 minutes or Dateline?
Of course, Dateline. Are you kidding me? Dateline
60
is
minutes
an
is
excellent
fire.
show.
What are you talking about?
Excellent show.
60 minutes might be better.
Minutes, no, it's not better than Dateline. Are you crazy?
I'm not, dog. I'm being serious.
Movie real quick.
Yeah.
A movie I can watch, Rush Hour. I can watch Rush Hour literally every day. I still watch Rush Hour to this day, and I still laugh.
Yo, shame on anybody who hasn't seen Rush Hour.
You know, who was I talking to the other day? They said I've never heard of Rush Hour.
Crazy.
Who the hell was I talking to? I was like, yo, you know, I love Rush Hour. And I'm like, what's Rush Hour?
Oh, my
It's like, what?
Oh, my
I forgot who I was talking to. It was somebody young, but I can't remember
I'm
who I
gonna
was
be
talking
honest
to.
with you, man. If you don't know Rush Hour, bro, we can't speak.
Can you imagine?
Like what's I'm not even
who said that.
I'm not even a shallow person like that. But there's certain things that, like, if you tell me you don't know, I'm looking at you differently. Like, don't you have certain little deal, not a deal breaker, but like certain things where you're like, wait a second, no, I can't get past.
Like,
the
are
fact
you
that
kidding me?
You don't know who this is.
You don't know what Rush Hour is? Oh my god!
Can you imagine if a human being said, I don't know who Drake is? Bro, I might lose my mind. I'm be real.
Look. Even my dad knows Drake. My dad right now, I'm about to go see him. My dad's probably like, yo, what is new with the Kendrick and Drake beef?
Yeah,
I'm like, wow, you tapped in, huh? But
And on that note, we reached the end of the
happy
episode.
birthday to my dad, by the way.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday to him, man. We reached the end of the episode. If you made it this far, y'all know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button on your way out. If you're listening to this on Apple, Spotify, all the other audio platforms, hit that subscribe button, man. We rock with y'all if y'all rock with us. We are out of here, guys.
Yes, sir.
And as always, if you're giving advice, just make sure it's ill. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Cameron, man. This is gonna be the last episode she edits.
Yeah, Cameron.
It just popped in my head. Shout out to Cameron, man. Like, very, very, very integral
Superstar.
part of our team for the last damn near 2 years, man. We really appreciate everything that you've been doing for us, and much success on your YouTube channel, man. She's going crazy this year. Dog, 2024 has been her year, man.
Just don't forget about us at the top when we see you in the red carpet at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Don't forget about us.
Or the Grammys.
Or the Grammys.
Or the Emmys.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Tonys.
Or EGOT. She might get an EGOT. She might get an EGOT.
She's on her way. Shout out to Cameron, man. And on that note, if you're giving advice, just make sure that thing is ill.